Losing my job at 55 in 2008 had me asking 3 questions. Where could I find a job where I had slim or no chance of getting laid off, where I wouldn't have to face age discrimination, and where I could work as long as I wanted or needed to? Join me as I take on the challenge of getting hired at 57 after sending out 500 job applications. Job hunting is tough, but job hunting at 55 is on a whole different level. In 2008, the company I was working for went out of business due to the financial crisis. During the next 18 months, I applied for 500 jobs, all focused on getting a public service job, which at the time came with its own set of challenges because of on and off again hiring freezes that were going on. I started sending in applications for management positions because in the private sector and my most recent job, I was in an executive position. I couldn't understand why I wasn't getting any response or interviews. I found a coach who specialized in how to get a public sector job, and she helped me in the following ways. She told me I had to be on an exam list in order to apply for jobs. Well, I wasn't on any exam lists. She pointed out the jobs that had the most number of listings and where I would have the best shot at getting hired. She helped me with my job application and in writing the descriptions of previous jobs that I'd had into a kind of public sector speak so that it would be better accepted on the application. The issue of the job search was that I was in a different state from where I was applying for jobs. So I had to say in the cover letter that I was relocating to the state that I was applying in. I had limited resources and money to travel for interviews. I flew 4 times for interviews and didn't get any of the jobs. I finally lined up 3 or 4 interviews, packed up my car, and told my daughter that I'm going to get a job, and if I don't, I'll drive back. While all this was happening, the state resumed its hiring freeze, and 2 of the 4 interviews I had lined up were canceled even before I made it into town. One interview went well, and a 3-day window opened up on the hiring freeze, and I was hired, and I started in a week. It took me about a year to acclimate to public sector work from the private sector. I was like a deer in the headlights after being out of work for 18 months, sending in 500 job applications, landing a job with a 75% pay cut from my private sector job, and landing in a work environment that was the opposite of what I was used to. If you're looking for work, you may want to consider a job in the public sector. It's a rewarding career and you can be of service to your community. Remember to be consistent in your application process and take time with each application to complete it thoroughly. A real human will review it and decide if it goes into the applications to be considered or ends up in a reject pile. Keep sending in applications and don't give up. The application process is like a giant machine with cogs and a conveyor belt. At least that's how I picture it. Your application needs to be on the belt just at the right time that a manager is looking for it. And that only happens when you keep applying every week, every day. If you're over 50 and looking for work, be sure to check out jobs working for your state, city, or county. And if you've been through a similar experience, please share your story in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. See you soon.